Sister Tega, you're online. Please go ahead with the class.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Raj. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining in. My name is Tega Okoro, and I am from Nigeria. Today, I will be hosting the graphics design and animation class. I am a self-taught graphic designer, and with my experience from the past 2 years, I've been able to design a lot of articles, a lot of logos, video animations, and so much more. And today it's an honor to be here to teach you all or to share my knowledge with you on graphics design. Without further ado, let's go dive into the lectures for today. So, graphics designs and animation. This is our course schedule. We'll be taking this course, we'll be going through this course for 7 weeks. First week will be Introduction to Graphics Principles and Color Harmony, which is today. Week 2, we'll be going into designing of logo, flyers, invitation cards, and business cards. We'll also do several other designs, but this, I'm not limiting it to just what we have here, but depending on the time we'll have. Week 3, we'll be going into video animation, words animation, and conversion to GIF and creation of GIF. Then week 4, we'll continue our video animation. Is a part 2 of video animations, words animation, and so much more. Then week 5, how to create and use Microsoft PowerPoint, which is what I'm using right now to take this course, PPT. And week 6, video editing, and week 7, the summary and the close of class. So it's nice meeting you all, and we do not have much people here. I would have loved us to go into an introduction, but I think we'll do all of that later because I would love to meet those who are partaking in this class. But let's dive into the course. Starting off, beginning, what is graphics? Is the art of communicating designs by means of visual or textual content. Graphics is the art of converting your thoughts to design. That is a simple explanation of graphics. You convert what your imagination to designs. You can either convert it to pictorial designs, animation, or write-ups, depending on how you want to present it. And with a little bit of coloring here and there, you beautify it and make it beautiful and make it look presentable. All you're trying to do is to pass a message or to communicate to the outside world. And what makes graphics spectacular, or what makes it beautiful, wonderful, and exceptional is that the person don't have to speak. With what you're seeing, you understand the message the person is trying to pass to you. With whatsoever representation that is going to be used, you understand the language and you understand perfectly what the message the person is trying to pass across. So moving ahead, types of graphic design. We have a lot of types of graphic designs and their representation. We have visual identity graphics design. A brand is a relationship between a business or organization and its audience. So visual identity, in simple terms, I wouldn't want to go into all of this, but in simple terms, it's just the identity of an organization. Just using Success World One as an example, the visual identity of Success World One is its logo. Wherever you see this globe and the stars and the key and this written Success World One, you know that this is the organization, this is part of Success World One. Whatsoever documents you see that logo, you know it's from Success World One, or Success World One is associated with that document or that activity. So that is what visual identity is all about. It's a representation. We have logos, you have you could use it for letterhead, business cards, adverts. But when you see all of that, you know that Success World One, because the logo is there, the representation is there. That is how you do, that is what visual identity graphic design is all about. It's all about representation in other forms. You're trying to pass your knowledge, trying to pass what your organization is all about to the audience. So you could do that in flyers, you could do that with your letterhead, you could do that with arts, you could do that with your logo, you could with any other way you you're well pleased. Another is the marketing and advertising graphic design. When most people think of graphic design, they think design is created for marketing and advertising. A lot of companies depend successful marketing efforts to tap into their target audience. Decision-making process, great marketing engages people based on the wants, needs, awareness, and satisfaction they have about the product. So your marketing strategy as a business owner, your marketing strategy determines what your audience perceives about your business. So if you want to get a good response, or you want to get a good feedback from your audience, you should be able to have a good representation when it comes to your marketing process. So whatsoever design, whatsoever representation, whatsoever, whether a video art, whether a flyer, whether a billboard, whatsoever you're using for your marketing, it should have a good knowledge, or it should have a good representation of your organization. You should be able to, using Success Word 1 as an example, looking at the logo is telling you that this is the key. If you look at it, there's a key going through the globe, which in other words is trying to tell you that Success Word 1 gives you the key to the world. And how do they give you the key to the world? By sharing knowledge, free knowledge, just like what we're doing right here. This is a voluntary process, giving knowledge through the football teams, through so many things that the Queen is organizing, just to help people become responsible, to help people increase their self-esteem, help people be independent. So all this is what representation is all about. You have to let people know what you are all about. Marketing, you have to do a great design for you to get the audience, for you to capture their attention. Then your design, your art, your flyer must have a capturing, must be captivating. And how do you captivate people? By the colors you use. These are all the principles. That's when we come into principles. How do you give a good representation? It's all about principles, the principle of graphics design. So let's go to principles. Apart from those two types, the two types I mentioned, there are other types of graphics design, but we wouldn't want to delve into all of that. But let's go into principles of graphics. Principles, we have balance, we have unity, we have proportion, harmony. So going to balance. Balance, as the name implies, it means proper distribution of letters, images in your workspace. If you're creating a flyer, you wouldn't want to make them clumsy. I would have put examples here, but okay, I'll just create examples when we go into the practical aspect of it. But for now, I just want to do a theoretical aspect of it. So balance, you must make sure that your letters and your images in your workspace, they are balanced. They look very okay. You have like the dates, the time, the venue. Looking at flyers, you should have the date, time, and venue. All that should be in a particular space. And then your subject should be at the top of the flyer, telling people what it's all about. And then the theme should be boldly written in a way that the audience will understand what this article, what this particular document is all about. And then you have pictorial representations, you have color representations. So with all of that, you will be able to pass your information or communicate to your audience very well without confusing them, without getting giving them that thought that this person who has designed this is a confused person, or probably this person don't know what he or she is all about. Then unity, this is the relationship between objects in your design. Just like I talked about the venue, the dates, the time, and all other things associated to that should be in a particular place. You should have that relationship. You should arrange them very well. And then your theme and your topic. And then if you're having guest speakers, you should be able to place it in a good way that it will be passing out the knowledge where the names and their topics are visible. I'll have samples. My system where I have the samples is a little bit faulty right now. So that's why I'm using another one, which my designs are not in. So I won't be able to share my designs. I'm so sorry about that. So going to proportion, this means that the design should be a best fit. We have different types of proportions. We have different types of designs, different types of sizes. There are some that you design and you can use for Facebook cover. Like the size for Facebook cover is not the same for Instagram, neither is it the same for YouTube. So YouTube, you should be able to know the size depending on where you want to use this document or where you want to use this image or the video. You should be able to know what you want to use it for and create it in that particular order so as to pass your knowledge very well. Another thing we should look at is varieties. This is commonly known as freedom of choice. Using varieties of shapes, fonts, making your design look great. You could use different fonts, different shapes. I'm just going to join in with my other system is coming up, so I'm going to join in so I could give samples. I could give you samples. Okay, then harmony. This is about using similar colors, textures, shapes in your design. Like I was talking about, if you're making a design for children, you should know that children go with bright colors. So you should be able to use bright colors like pink, yellow, blue, purple, things like that for children document. And when you're doing something official, things like that, or in the world today, people kind of give pink to the women. Like when it comes to a feminine thing, you use pink, and when it's masculine, you use blue. So those are the things you should consider when creating your design. You should be able to consider the right colors for each document or each video or each art or whatsoever it is you want to design. It's when we go into the practical aspect that everything will be clear. Okay, going to color harmony. What is color harmony? It's the practice of combining colors in an aesthetical, pleasing way. It's an art, one that can be a little bit intimidating for a new designer or artist. Listening to it like this now, it's like huge grammar, but the truth is combination of colors that go together. It's just all about the rule of color harmony. Color harmony rule ensure an harmonic balance based on color sets as the base color. So if you're putting a particular color as the base color, just see how you can place other colors that will match with this color. Forget about all this big grammar here. It's all about combining colors to harmonize them, to make them look beautiful together. Like yellow and red goes together. Purple and yellow go together. We have several other colors that go together, and a lot of things have been made easy that with the color wheel now, with our color wheel now, we can easily see with our color wheel, we can easily get the combination of colors. I'm going to share the link for the color wheel. I'm going to share the link for the color wheel so we can know how to use that. I don't know if there's any question or anything anybody wishes to say, because I love communicating while lecturing. Before I dive into another aspect of this class, please, if there's any question, please hit me with it. I would like to go into another aspect of this class. I'm done with the theoretical aspect. I would like to go to another aspect of it where we'll be combining colors. We'll be combining colors and showing you. Sorry, I'm just going to stop this right here. Okay. Russell Kwaku, thank you for joining. Aman Africa, thank you for joining. Prince Perry, thank you for joining. Ongoing, thank you for joining. Please, if what I've been saying ever since is understandable, I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. Just a word or two, please. Let me get a feedback before I move to the next aspect of it. Hello, are we here?
Yeah, for sure, we are here, and we get what you are saying. Yes, you can continue, please.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do. Mr. Raj, please, can you transfer my other accounts, my other accounts as co-host? So I'll just share. I'm going to switch to my phone right now. So I can
Sister,
show.
Can you repeat? Your voice was not audible to me. Can you repeat what you want now?
I said, can you make my other account? I joined in with another account, so you could just make it a co-host, so I could show samples. I want to share my screen, so I could show samples of my designs and explain further what I've been talking about.
Yes, done.
Thank you very much. Okay. I'll just join in with the other accounts now. Okay. All right. So moving ahead. Okay. Okay, so this is the color wheel. Can we all see it? I'm supposed to do that on my other system, but because it's not functioning right now, so I had to come to my phone to do that now. So if you're looking at this color wheel, I just want to talk about the harmony, and that is why I'm coming to this. So the base color determines the color you're going to use. So if you see, as I'm moving one aspect of it, the others are going around. As I'm moving one aspect of it, the color wheel is changing to give you other colors that will match up to that base color. So for every color choice, you get other colors that match up to it. So you could use these colors for your designs. You don't have to use any color of your choice. You have to know the representation. You have to know the one that matches each color. I hope it's understandable. I just want to explain this color wheel. So for this green base, if you choose the purple as the base, then, okay, pink, sorry, not purple. Then you could use green, you could use yellow, you could use orange, and you could also use blue. Looking at this is an, we have other types. We have the monochromatic. If you see, I've broken it down. I'm supposed to sign in right here, but I don't want to sign into my account. I just want to teach you the basics for this for now. And then later we'll dive into other aspects of it. So looking at it, you have the monochromatic, you have the triad, complementary, split, complementary, double split. I'll explain all of that later. But what I'm going to explain for us now today is the combination, for us to understand that when you're using a particular color, you have to choose other colors that are in harmony, or that are, if I'm not going to use harmony, then I'm going to use other colors that looks lovely with that choice of color. So I'm going to close that right now, and then I'm back. So I am having technical issues with my other system, which I'm having samples of my flyers, logos, and everything. I was supposed to use that as an example, but I'm having technical issues with it right now. So I won't be able to share with you all my designs, and also share with you the other aspects of this graphic design I want to teach. But I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try my best to mention some, I'm going to try my best to do a design and give you templates. And okay, Mr. Raj, yes, for this class now, we're going to use post your wall. Or let's go to Canva. Canva is the most popular. I'm going to use my Canva right now and teach you how to create designs, because my laptop is not available for now. So I'm going to share my screen one more time and go to Canva. So if you're having Canva on your phone, one thing about Canva is that you can use it on your phone, you can use it on your system. It's accessible. And Canva has made so many, that they've given you access to so many templates, especially if you're using the Canva Pro, which I'm on. You have access to much more designs. But if you're still on the basic class, I'll give you a class on it, depending on what you want. Just tell me what you want and I'll mention it. I'll go into it. But for today, I will start off with flyers. Let's do, okay, tell me what you want. We have so many things here. We have mobile video, Instagram post, logo, your story, photo collage. Let me see from the comments. What do you want me to talk about today? I love the communication. So from the charts, let me see what you want to hear from me about. Online adverts. Online adverts, are you talking about flyer? Brochure, okay. If you're talking about brochure, as you can see, I'm showing you, you can search for templates. There are so many templates on. Okay, company profile. If you want to create company profile, that's okay. But okay, let's go to profile. Let's use that. Let's use that template. I love the communication. Thank you, Ita. So this is a sample. I think this is Pro. This is Pro. Yeah, this is Pro. My phone is a bit slow. Okay. The system not opening. I don't know what's causing this, but just hope it's open soon. It's lagging. Okay, it's up. So for the company profile, you have several templates which you can use. And this is one of the templates. I think this is from the Pro. And from this, you already have a color base, but then your company or your organization has what it represents. And as an organization, you should also have a color. If you are having an organization, you should also have a color which represents your organization. That color you use for everything you want to use. Like using Success Word 1 as an example, you see most of Success Word 1 things is all about code. Yes, so you should have a color. So for this, we'll be using red. As you can see, I clicked on color, and then we'll choose red. This is orange. We'll go darker to get red. So if you look at this, you'll see a number there. I've shared something like this. I shared the document on the WhatsApp group. So when you're designing, you don't have to start going around looking for the color. As you can see, as I'm moving, the code is changing. As I'm moving it around, the code is changing. So when you have a particular color in mind you want to use, you don't have to go around, start running around. All you need to do is to click on this box and type in the number of, or the code of that color you want to use, of that particular color you want to use. And when you click on it, the color appears immediately. The color appears and that shade appears immediately. So we'll use this. I think this is good enough. And then you come to your fonts. You change the design. You change the name of the company. For this course, we'll be using Royal and Co. Royal and Co. And in here is the logo. So we'll change the logo of the company to our preferred logo or to our company logo. And also you change here to, okay, this is a company profile. And here you change to what your company is all about. At this aspect, this first page, it carries introduction of your company. In here, this is just like a template. So what is here is lorem ipsum, dollar, whatever. But here you're going to type in what your company is all about, the introduction, the first impression you want to give to people when they hold your company profile before they flip the page. What is it you want to tell them that Royal Company is all about, or Royal and Co is all about? So here we're going to put that Royal and Co brings out the beauty in your homes. Oh, sorry about that. Brings out the beauty in your homes, radiating royalty and radiating royalty. So in other words, we in short form, we have already explained that we are into interior designs. We design your homes. So this is the first thing you want people to see when they look at your profile. They look over your profile, they'll see what your company is all about or what your company represents. So moving ahead, you can see that there are several other pages. There are several other pages there. This is the next page, second, third, fourth, fifth. You can decide to reduce the number of pages you want, and you can decide to increase the number of pages depending on what your company is about, depending on the information you want to pass. And okay, right here is the content. But leaving this, I hope I have explained enough about this. I want to go into logos so we can do color combinations, and I hope I've explained enough about this. Okay, and one more thing. Okay, when I go into the logos, I will explain that. When I go into logos, I will explain that. Animations. Okay. I will explain animation, logo animation. So this in here, it's salon and spa. And I'm just going to teach you how to do logo animations. If you see here, you see effects. So here you're going to change this is the beginning. You're going to change to whatever you want. This is to remove the background. As you can see, there are changes being made. When you're using Canva Pro, it gives you access to many more things that are not even available in the regular Canva. So this is putting your logo into mockup. As you can see, there's so many ways you could make this design. Then right here. But there's one thing I want to talk about that is not on Canva. I'm just showing you the things that Canva can do, but there's something that is here that is not on Canva, which I want to make accessible to everyone in this class. After creating your designs here on Canva, there's an app which I use, which I have made, which I've exposed in the previous class I did, which is called Pixellab. Pixellab is an app that creates, you cannot create from scratch because they don't have templates. So after creating your logo here on Canva, you take it to Pixellab to give it a nicer touch. So we're still going to take this same Sandy Amani Salon and Spa and download it. And then we'll take it to Pixellab. So coming to Pixellab, we'll bring in the image that we've designed in Canva. And this is it. We're going to convert, apart from removal of, apart from designing, most times when you have a logo like this, I use remove.bg. I don't know if many of us are conversant with it. Remove.bg. I use that to remove the backgrounds. If I have a logo like this in JPEG format, and if I'm not creating from the scratch, if I design this and I am to create mock-ups of it, or to create, make it look more beautiful, I use remove.bg to remove the background before I go ahead with the designs. So I'm just going to introduce you to that. Okay, so this is remove.bg. I'll use this to remove the background of that image. Yeah, and download. On Canva, I couldn't remove the background, but on remove.bg, you can remove the background, but Canva couldn't remove the background. So coming back to Pixellab, I'm going to bring up that one which I have removed the background. This is it, and create a design out of this. So I'm going to make my background plain color. Okay, I'm going to make a plain color of it, as you can see, and then start editing. So let me change the background to give it a better color background. Okay. So looking at this, I hope I'm communicating. So we're just going to edit this to give it a better shape using the Pixellab app. So as you can see, I'm giving it a 3D touch. I'm giving it a 3D touch to make it look more original, or make it look more realistic. So, and then if you're going to use this for maybe a billboard, or on the wall, you want to emboss on the wall, then this is the best. This is a good choice to make it brighter. And we'll change the lights. As you can see, I'm changing the point of light, the reflection. And then from that, you could also add shadow effects to make it more realistic. Shadow effects. And also, you could change the color depending on your choice. If that color is not what you want it to be, then you could change it and decide on the color you want. In this aspect, you can still choose your color, or you could, the first one here is the first pen-like object here gives you access to choose a color from the design, a color already in the design. Probably there's a color in the design that you want to change it to, and you don't know the number. All you need to do is just choose the color and go okay, and that is it. It appears. But if you're not doing that, then you click on this and you type in your number of the exact color you want to use. When you type in your number, as you're typing in your number, the color is changing. As you type in your number, the color is changing depending on the number you want to use. So this is a little bit introduction to what we have to do, but I'm going to do more practical. Like I said earlier, I'm very sorry because the system I was supposed to use is having issues, and I just don't want to miss this class like I have missed previous classes, and that is why I have to just do this any way I can. I know it's a little bit skeletal, it's not practical as it's supposed to be, but please bear with me, and I promise next class wouldn't be like this. But I hope I've been able to explain, and I hope I've been able to teach one or two things. But if there's anything you want me to touch, if there's anything you want me to explain exactly, please do not hesitate to contact me via WhatsApp or any other way. I'll touch it and I will explain it. And please rate me and tell me any way you want me to improve on my teaching. Thank you very much. So this is the end of today's class. We'll continue another time, next week, same time. I hope my system is very okay then, but if not, I'll have to transfer every other thing into the system so I could give you value. Thank you for joining. Thank you for having me. And I'm glad that you all stayed from the beginning till the end, even though it's not as much as I want it to be. Thank you. Thank you, and thank you.
Mr. Miller, thank you so much. So much. Thank you so much for this class. It was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We just have to see that how to go to use more advanced features in Canva. So if you can make up the things in that, it will be really great.
Yes, I have pictures. I have pictures that I was supposed to put into my presentation, but the laptop, like I said earlier, the system
I'm
where
so
I have that is having issues right now. So transferring all of that or creating new ones right now is a little bit difficult, and I wouldn't want to cancel today. And that is why I had to just give anything for today before. But next week, I promise you,
all right.
I'll give you value. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So do we have any other question or any other contribution before we close for today?